And here it is. Let's see, Falcon Esports on blue side. So they reverted back to game number 1. We have the Luo Yi Yves Phoveus being banned out by Falcon. But by ONIC Esports, it's the Fanny and the Granger. So technically, it shouldn't be the same story as game number 2, right? Technically, Kyrie should be able to get his hands on a hero that maybe he's a lot more comfortable on as compared to the Martis.
Keyword here is should. I think for now, the third ban though should be the Wait, hang on, man. Hylos, okay. So in theory, Falcon should go for the Chushin, right? With all the counters banned away already.
What about the Harith?
But then, yeah, ONIC can go for the Harith and then get an assassin in the hands of Kyrie.
Or Suyo.
Suyo Harith for pick 2.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dangerous though. So Falcon Esports, they go for the Suyo. Are both teams just trying to bait each other into picking the Tsushin?
Maybe. But then again, CEO is somewhat, yeah, it's a more annoying hero in a sense, right? In the jungle, very fast, very hard to take down. On Esports, though, this time they will take the Harith. What do they will commit to accompany this Harith with, though? Zushin or
Do they want to go that early on the Jushin?
Oh, the counters are already banned out, and maybe they can something can come up, you know. But okay,
wow,
Hilda very early on, especially because like one of the big ways to deal with a Hilda is the Alpha, and with the Suyo already shown, that's not a bad pick at all for ONIC Esports. Now for Falcon though, do they want to go for the Sushin? That's like a rally here. They're just passing the ball back and forth. Chushin you, Chushin me, Chushin you. We don't know yet.
Not yet. Falcon Esports, if they do want to go to that Sushin route, and they will commit
Mathilda.
Again with the Mathilda, right? Second game was banned out from the side of ONIC Esports in that blue side. This time though, the Hayabusa will switch hands. It will go to the hands of Kyrie.
Ah, makes sense, right? That's why they picked up the Hilda.
Right, so ONIC Esports now have an aggressive assassin, they have an aggressive roamer or EXP lane potentially. But if they don't really secure something for the mid lane, then this Chushin is gonna roam around, and with a Mathilda, that is a very annoying situation to be in. Being chased by a Mathilda and a Chushin with the guiding wind, you know, helping each other, like bring each other closer to each other and all that. So they go for the Moskov ban. I think they really want to just force Falcon to really engage them in like those skirmishes with the Hayabusa and Hilda. I can see why they're gonna be so confident about the issue.
And also, they deny this Moskov pick because Hayabusa does not do well against the Moskov, right? You got the Spear of Misery that can lock you down during your quad shadow movement. So yeah, that's a good spot there. Falcon Esports though, they will try and apply pressure on towards that. Maybe I want to say EXP here to lead, right? Applying pressure, maybe forcing Lutpi on that Hilda, because then again, Hilda Roam is much more annoying. You can move her around the map more freely.
Right. You can abuse the movement speed a bit more. You can stay in bushes a lot longer, and you benefit from the regen. So you can actually stay at a higher level of HP, just in case some kind of skirmish breaks out. I do wonder if for the side of Falcon Esports, are they considering banning away some more of the clearing mages, right? Like I think we recall talking about Aurora as a potential makeshift counter. If you can't get the Yves, Aurora can work. If they want to match the roaming potential, the Farsa is still in the picture. No Hayabusa to threaten the Farsa now for ONIC. And they have banned away the glue actually, so they might really be thinking about something that wants to stay in the back and just dish out some damage from afar.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I think the Farsa also gives reliable strength of the early game as well, with the bursts, with the rotations, with the wings by wings. But my question is more so, where is this Hilda going? And without the Khalid, what would you put in the EXP lane? Because right now, technically, you don't have a facilitator.
Only love
right? You have the Hilda.
are everlasting.
Luca's still on the board.
I mean, Jawhead's available, but is that too squishy of a composition for ONIC with a Hilda pickup?
Gatot maybe? Depends on what exactly they want to do right here. I think ONIC Esports did a great job kind of leaving the draft kind of open, right? The only really tool they have is going to be the Hilda as the main frontliner. Now they've shown the Farsa, and they still can kind of flex out that Hilda all the way till the end right here. But for Falcon Esports, they've banned away the Sicilian, the other hero they can kind of clear, right, with a spammable bad impact. But Gatot actually falls into their hands instead, and there comes the signature Bruno in the hands of Benny.
Again.
Oh boy.
Bruno and Matilda.
We didn't get the chance to see the Matilda Bruno game 1, but game 3, folks, Falcon Esports, they're allowing us to see it.
All right. Against this, though, it's basically a short-range pick-off comp that wants to kind of lock you down with the lifting you up with the lantern, taunting you, hitting you up with the circling eagle, right? Bruno isn't really a super long range as well.
Does Bellaric work?
I feel like it works against the Sushin, but like it's not really valuable because it's only the Sushin, right? No one else. So I feel like something a bit beefier could be good.
Thinking here. Oh, Johor again.
All right.
So EXP Hilda.
Yeah, should be. There it is. Compositions have been set in stone. I'm gonna throw it over back to you boys. Match point.
What do you think, Oni?
I'm confident. You can't spell ONIC without confident.
Well, call me biased, but I think I'm going with ONIC Esports for this instead. For this as well, because I feel like they do have more tools that I think they lacked in game number 2. And a big factor here also is that the Gatot Kacha is good against physical damage, but he's up against a Farsa as well as a Harith. It's going to be a bit tough in those skirmishes.
Well, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Get last game, Stream C, ONIC Esports, Falcon Esports. Who do you got? All right, last game. Who will claim the full point? Will it be Savero or will it be Benny? Land of Dawn, here we go.
Right into the Land of Dawn. Keep your eyes on that mid lane, man. There's going to be so much aggression in order for Falcon Esports to really get their game plan going with the roaming Matilda and Sushin. And for ONIC, Farsa, as always, wants to gank around, wants to use that level 2, level 3 power spike before the ulti is even in the picture. So we'll have to see. I think mid lane and the jungle is where the bulk of the big moments are going to be. Only later on are we going to see the Harriet and the Bruno duke it out.
First minute in here. Spell check. No Purify is on the board here, Rashi.
Yeah, they just want playmaking technically. Royal Milk has the Revitalize, which synergizes great with the Gatot Kacha passive, so that's not too surprising. But man, we'll have to see how this plays out with the Wilderness Blessing on the side of on the hands of Sans. Actually, he's definitely going to be trying to roam around. But will that be allowed though? Especially with Kid X on the Matilda, going with the Inspired too. So it's going to be a lot of movement provided by him for the rest of the team.
Very different here from the first and second, where there were a lot of early skirmishes, early first blood as well. This time though, seems like both teams taking it slow here and looking for an opening kill. Let's see here, first minute gone. ONIC Esports was already setting things up here in that bottom side. Oh, there's the ejector on towards one. PX7 though, regardless with the guiding wind, Kyrie will secure the kill. First blood falls to the hands of ONIC Esports.
Clean in and out, Kyrie, showing again why even earlier in game number 2, assassins that we haven't seen in a long time still gets respected if Kyrie is in the picture. Now with a setup advantage, surely, Falcon Esports can be in place for a contest. But ONIC Esports, at this point, I feel like they have a bit more burst down potential. So Falcon Esports gotta be careful, especially around these bushes, man. Keyboy is on the watch.
If you're PX7, no information from that lantern. But yeah, ONIC Esports here will look for the turtle take because now Kyrie is almost level 6. Meanwhile, Dax, will he be level 6 here after the purple? He will not, so no, I think Kyrie's taking it slow. But ONIC Esports has the information on the whereabouts now.
It is a Suyo after all, so I think it's fair for ONIC Esports to be a bit more careful. Lutpi though, walking into danger, just duking it out against Royal Milk, but look at this, Keyboy!
Unstoppable force, that will force the ult. But now it's going to be the Circling Eagle and the AOG that will catch Keyboy off guard. He survives though. Lutpi jumping in towards the backside. Dax surviving. Lutpi will not survive. One man down here as Falcon Esports, they will like to reposition on towards the Turtle Ejector, on towards Royal Milk. No follow-up damage though. Falcon Esports, they will be on top, taking the first newt of the game.
That's the pesky nature of the Tsushin, man. As long as the fight doesn't really end and conclude really fast, it's so difficult. Kyrie though,
Circling Eagle. Oh, that's a bad position there for Kyrie, and he will be punished. Falcon Esports claiming another objective on the board.
man, Falcon's really just pushing the tempo here. ONIC Esports, we saw some moments where it looks great, but really, whenever they clump up together for a 5v5, for a 4v4, Falcon Esports just seems to have more confidence in starting the fights, in maneuvering around the fights as well. ONIC Esports gotta do something. They have the wings by wings, I guess, by Suns to try and make plays happen, but at this point, they really haven't been able to actually get anywhere ahead of Falcon Esports.
4 minutes in here, but the gold doesn't really translate into the control. I feel like Falcon Esports have more control right now. And ONIC Esports, they need to find compensation, though Severo has yet to be touched. Circling Eagle just to tease around. But yeah, ONIC Esports here just still holding on, I guess.
Let's just try to make sure that the main damage dealers, like let's say Kyrie and the Hayabusa, doesn't get invaded, that Severo doesn't get dove. They're actually on the back foot right now. They want to wait for a bit more of a power spike, I guess, but ooh, look at that, man. Every single time there's some kind of pick-off attempt, PX7 just is not gonna go down. I think they kind of deduced that at this point. It's just too safe, too tanky, man. The Tsushin, this is why the hero is so oppressive. The ONIC Esports need some power spikes in order to clear out, in order to end these fights faster before the Tsushin becomes a deciding factor.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Zushin, it's like a flicker, right? Her ult. And yeah, right now, they are looking for an engage on towards Lutpi. ONIC Esports, they will prio that mid clear first. To conceal here, Keyboy looking for an angle, but Lutpi here providing info on the whereabouts of Falcon. Now though, they will start and initiate the turtle, but it does seem like Falcon Esports, they are more than ready to fight and brawl it out.
Good back and forth by ONIC here. Lutpi abusing the sustain and Keyboy abusing the heat-seeking missiles, but Royal Milk? Whoa, not him!
That's Flicker, Ejector, AOG, Kid X though will be deleted. Dax now, awkward positioning, and he should fall soon, but no, he bought enough time. In the backside, Severo with the Shaman Force trying to lock Benny down. ONIC Esports will claim a win in the fight here as Purple Buff is also in contention, and that will be Kyrie securing it.
Great adjustment, man. Waiting for the right moment and knowing that we can't go in one by one. Everything needs to happen at the exact same time. Keyboy saw the opportunity, maybe even misled Falcon to think that they were gonna go maybe for Royal Milk, but no, immediately looking at the one guy that can kind of save someone being picked off, going straight for Kid X. That's a great adjustment, showing again that ONIC Esports are continuously trying to find a solution here. Falcon Esports, they can do the exact same thing too. This ain't over just yet.
Subtle Force doesn't really find the connection, and now Keyboy is actually the one who will be punished by Falcon Esports. There is slight miscalculation, and Feather Air Strike just to clear the wave fast. And that is ONIC Esports here with a slight adjustment, right? I think Keyboy needs to be more somewhat passive in that unstoppable force. Turret though, bottom side will be cleared. And that is ONIC Esports finding another objective on the board.
Well, if you think about it, they sacrificed their roamer in exchange for a turret on the bottom side and to almost guarantee Kyrie gets the purple buff without being distracted, without being contested. So if that is the idea, it's still somewhat worth it. But there's small movements like that ONIC Esports always likes to do that kind of gives them a bit more of a gold advantage, even though they aren't really ahead when it comes to kills or objectives. But in 10 seconds, the next big objective is about to show up, so we'll have to see, man. What's the idea here? For ONIC, they've shown their card, the Jawhead engage potential. Falcon Esports now have a chance to try and show what they have to kind of stop that.
Definitely, and it does seem like I believe ONIC Esports, they have shown their card. They need to find another angle though to perhaps surprise Falcon Esports. And now Falcon Esports, half HP on the Lord, Lutpi showing information. That's damage onto its backliners, and Kyrie finds the position and the timing to secure the Lord. ONIC Esports, they will look for bodies as Dax here in an awkward position, and he will fall. ONIC Esports finding their rhythm in the mid game.
Man, what was that? Oh, PX7 also falling in late into the fight. This is horrible for Falcon Esports. They lost the fight, they lost the objective, and their death timers are kind of scrambled right now. In 10 seconds, PX7 is going to be up, so there's a small window here if ONIC Esports wants to push the issue. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, now with the Lord marching, this is the first Lord still, though. Let's see here, what damage can ONIC bring with this first Lord? Is Shaman Force committed? That's Severo dealing damage on towards some of the members of Falcon Esports here. They're taking it slow. Base turret in the bottom side should fall. As Falcon Esports, they shouldn't defend this. I might be wrong, though. Will they gamble this or no? They will just rather protect their base turrets.
Lutpi though, trying to escort this Lord, trying to at least guarantee this turret's gonna fall down. Royal Milk though, is he a bit too far from safety? Oh!
Unstoppable Flicker! Keyboy, the mechanic god, finds the opening. That's a 1-for-1 though. ONIC Esports now will not find more. That's both the roamers taken down.
Keyboy trading for Kid X. I don't know if that's completely worth it, but at this point, it's worth kind of showing Falcon Esports that, hey, at any moment, I can make a play like this, right? The threat of Keyboy potentially just going for 1v1. In the end, Benny has a limited amount of mobility, whereas Severo, as long as they're fighting in the Zaman Force, can just go wherever he wants in that fight. So if there is another big fight, and there is a 1-for-1 trade between the roamers, that can be value for ONIC Esports. And the threat alone is enough to kind of ruin any kind of strategy, any kind of formation that Falcon Esports has been using so far.
Now, ONIC Esports, they're more confident here in trying to do an invade. Falcon Esports, they cannot do much now. Take a look at the gold here already. There's a slight gap here, 5K.
Slight gap? Almost 7,000.
I mean, if Falcon Esports manage to find 2 fights, 2 effective ones, they will equalize. Though, Quachetto connected here on towards a member. The backside is actually one member here, Royal Milk, isolated AOG to save his life. Purple buff should fall to the hands of ONIC Esports unless Falcon Esports finds an angle. But yeah, ONIC Esports again, just clearing the camps of Falcon Esports.
You can see earlier, the Malefic Gun is finally completed for Benny. I think in recent times, that is the big power spike that people are waiting on. But at this moment, with the threat of Kyrie coming into the backline, it's not as simple as that. Even Sans, with the Feather Airstrike zoning potential, let's see what they do here with the Lord.
Let's see indeed. ONIC Esports are trying to zone out members by giving as less as information as possible as well. Now, Royal Milk committed on. Keyboy, slight mismechanic there as Benny will punish Keyboy, and he will fall. 5v4 AOG does not land. Lands on towards one, and that's Severo! I thought he was in a safe zone, but now Kyrie jumps in with a shadow kill and Quachetto as well. Will Falcon Esports capitalize? It does seem like so, as Lutpi will be the recipient of that circling eagle, but he will be able to back away as the Lord. ONIC Esports, they will concede this time.
What a disaster there, and Falcon Esports with a great read. They had that done twice to them, and right there, they said, you know, fool me. You know the thing, like if you can do it to me twice, you know, it's shame on me, but 3 times,
Yikes.
That's too much, man. Who do you think we are? Falcon Esports read through it. They saw through Keyboy's plans, counter-engaged on it, and even were able to stop the Feather Airstrike using the Circling Eagle. Overall, great coordination, and it all happened at the perfect time. With the Lord to take, with Benny getting the Malefic Gun advantage right before that fight too. This is their moment to go for a comeback, man.
It does seem like so here. Royal Milk, well, he will be able to be okay as the mid turret though will be taken down. Now, Falcon is saying, hey, you got our jungle earlier, let's take yours now. Lord very much healthy in the top lane as ONIC Esports will prio to take that one down first.
Alright, well, it's going to be cleared pretty fast.
Kyrie though.
Kyrie is going for the split push though, trying to use the advantage. And look at this. It's a chase coming in from ONIC Esports to stop the recalls. One person made it back though. No base towers falling for both teams. But the gold advantage, Goni, like you mentioned, it was at almost 7,000. One fight, and now it's down to 4. One more, and it might be equal. And then we'll have a game on our hands.
Wow. 13 minutes. First game it was 18 minutes. Second game it was 20. Well, we have a similar game time here, Arashi.
It can potentially go late here. Because again, Harriet does pretty well with items, but so does Bruno. And you're seeing at least when it comes to the turret taking though, man, having a Bruno on your team is absolutely dangerous, man. They took the turrets of ONIC Esports very, very easily. So if ONIC Esports make one mistake and they actually lose multiple members again, I think they're going to lose a lot more and potentially a base turret. But look at this, Royal Milk.
Some heat. He knows he is, more than okay now with the revitalized spent though. Let's see here, will ONIC capitalize? Oh, with the feather airstrike, he will burst one down, and Keyboy says hello, one by one. They're looking for more bodies as they're ONIC Esports. They're looking to close the gap. 3 members still up, but ONIC stands with 5.
So much burst available too, with 5 members still available. There's 3, but they can very easily get deleted by ONIC Esports. Fortunately for Falcon Esports, the waves aren't there just yet. But this is the moment here. ONIC, how far can they get with this?
Let's see. 5 members looking to push. Base turret number 1 in the mid falls. Looking for the clear. Oh my goodness, Severo. Perfect timing on that Shaman Force. But Falcon Esports, they're able to get the clear. And ONIC Esports, they got the memo. They back away.
ONIC Esports, though, on low HP bars, with the Lord already spawning, looking at some of the items here, that's a full item Harriet at this point with the concentrated energy and divine glaive too. Especially for Royal Milk, he needs to be careful, man. He is nowhere near tanky enough to withstand the Harriet damage. It might not even matter though, they're gonna be rushing the Lord.
Oh no. Is this the window? Circling Eagle to distract Sans. No feather airstrike for you, Kyrie. He will not focus on towards the Lord here, Keyboy. Very low, 1 HP taken down, and that's the Lord for Dax. I repeat, Lord for Dax.
That was just zoning coming in from Royal Milk. That's why the God of Kacha against Assassins is deceptively good. The fact that he was able to stand there and just channel the taunt, you can see Kyrie immediately overthink, not knowing how he wants to maneuver around this. Worst comes to shove, he just AOGs out of there. Man, Falcon Esports with a huge swing in momentum, and they get the better, stronger Lord. All things considered, this might be an angle to get at least a base turret.
What is this series, man? First game, second game, and third game did not fail to entertain, bringing us some heat performance from both teams. Let's see though, this time ONIC, they will defend. Lord marching top lane.
Sans
repositioning, forced to use the flicker early. AOG committed in top lane. Base turret, top side will fall. ONIC Esports will prio to take that Lord down, but Falcon Esports not really effective wave management here, so they're not able to find the 3-wave crash.
No 3-wave crash, but no problem. They got the base turret, and they have the wave still pushing, building up on the bottom side of the map. Man, now this becomes a quest to just hunt down Benny. As long as Benny stands, it's gonna be a tough time for ONIC Esports if they can't really find some way to zone him or pick him off. Keyboy though?
Oh, that's an opening on towards Benny! Kyrie finds Benny, and that will be the unstoppable AOG. Does not land on towards anyone, and that will be Royal Milk melted down. ONIC Esports finds another opening, and this time they manage to take Benny down.
When Benny is gone, the whole team scrambles out. They know that Benny is critical, essential to them winning these fights. But fortunately for them, he's going to be up in 20 seconds. The Lord is not going to be for another 45. So ONIC Esports have a window of opportunity to get some setup going on. But wait a minute, gonna go straight for the end here potentially.
They're looking for the end. Midway crashing down. PX7, Shadow Kill, flickers out. Base turret very low! And that will be ONIC Esports claiming the win. Main base disruptor of Savero.
So Vera showing everyone who's boss, man.